Nothing like that first Pepsi of the morning, cracking her open. Breakfast time, you know what that means. Saturday, let's go get some grails. So you guys remember the car that I'm getting. It's a beauty. I cannot wait to get it in my hands. We're going to get it back here. We're going to unbox it. And we're going to have a side-by-side of that with Glenn's Auto World / green light, whatever you call it. Green light with the Auto World. You know, it's early here. Early to me anyway. But it was $125 for that car. Now, I didn't pay that. I paid $45 out of pocket. You want to know how I did that? If you remember with my Auto Art Bullitt that I got for $100, the guy also had a mint original issue Ertl Bullitt charger. It's dead mint, okay? This is the original issue one. I paid $80 for that. So I don't need two chargers. So what I did is I messaged my friend and said, hey, you need a Bullitt charger, want it for $80? So I sold it to him for what I paid for it. It's beautiful. It's dead mint, not a mark on it anywhere. But yeah, so I don't need two of those. So I sold it to him for what I paid, $80. And that leaves me paying $45 out of pocket. Collecting's expensive, guys. I don't know about you guys. I'm not rich. I got rent to pay. I got child support to pay. Gas in the Mazda. I gotta buy food to eat, Pepsi to drink, all that other stuff. You gotta hustle a little bit. You gotta be assertive with this stuff. Save money wherever you can. And always shop around. But let's get on the road. We're gonna get Glenn packed up and we're gonna... Oh guys, I wish we got footage. We just passed a guy, like we're all bundled up in my car. Heat's cranked in here waiting for it to warm up. Luckily the Mazda heats up quick, but we just saw a guy wearing friggin' shorts. His legs were purple. And it's not a homeless guy, it was like a teenager. Like when I was I did crazy things at that age, but the guy was alone. He wasn't with his friends or anything, but holy shit. Whoa. Yeah, like I said, you could see it in his legs. He was cold. But just going through old downtown Stony Creek now. I'm going to apologize ahead of time, guys. If I'm videoing like this, you might hear that crazy demanding lady on the GPS chirping. But I'll try to keep it to a minimum. Downtown Stony Creek, I like it. It's so nice. Looks like a little town. Little town feel. But anyway, hammer down to Brantford, the birthplace of Wayne Gretzky. So what I was saying before we left the house, guys, was it's an expensive hobby. I'm not rich. A lot of you guys aren't rich. You have to do what you can to make it work. You gotta find deals. You gotta, like, you've seen what I've gotten in the last year. I am by no means rich. I had to sell things I loved less to get things I like more. I don't get paid until this week, and I'm going to buy a $125 car. I'm a human. My old Bullitt Charger, as I was closing the deal on the new one, I was offloading the old one because that lowers the out-of-pocket cost to $45. But if you're assertive, it really helps not only your wallet, but your collection. It helps you to save money too. So, I cannot wait to get this thing in my hands. We might do a little toy hunt too, but you guys know when we get back that we're going to... Rocket! Pit stop, guys. I can't recommend this enough. Country style over Timmy's. Their donuts and everything else. No comparison. Country style, guys. Trust me. Look at that, guys. Chocolate cruller. Looks kind of like a walnut crunch from Timmy's, doesn't it? But way bigger. Like before Timmy shrunk everything. But man, telling you guys, country style. Okay guys, 10 kilometers till we turn off onto the other highway, so I figure I will tell you about the deal of the week we got yesterday that's not this car. I've actually got an album on my Facebook, guys. If you're not following me on Facebook, you should. It's Neo Retro Collectibles Donovan. But I got an album that I'm going to be putting all my deals of the week in. It's not going to be every single thing I buy. It's just going to be the heavily discounted items. I got a smoking deal on these two. You guys know that. So people make resin figures for the 1 of 18 scale cars. I collect the resin figures because they look cool. Except my silver screen General Lee, I've decided to use vintage Mego Dukes of Hazzard figures, the 3 3/4 inch. They're posable and they look okay. So I already had a bow, a really clean bow, and I've been looking for a Luke for probably about a year now. I keep seeing them on Marketplace. They're either too beat up or the person wants an arm and a leg, and I know what I see them for, so I'll hold off and not pull the trigger. Seen one clean, a bow and Luke. The ad said 25 bucks, so I figured 25 bucks each, right? I said I'll pay 25 bucks for him because he's so clean, I won't pay a penny more though. But I messaged the seller, super cool dude. He ends up saying, well, it's 25 for both Bo and Luke, and they're in really good shape, right? So I said sold, because Glenn here needs a bow. He needs Bo and Luke Migos because he wants to do the same thing, right? They're fully articulating, and you don't got to worry about dropping them and breaking them like you do resin, and they look good, right? So anytime I can, I'm going to go with 3 3/4 inch figures. Like the Fall Guy made one for Colt, but they made two different ones. They made the one where he was on the airplane. That's not the one you want for the Fall Guy truck. You want the one that came with the vintage Ertl Fall Guy truck, the toy grade one. But yeah, these figures look cool. Plus they have the cool factor because they're vintage, right? They're being used to display with a new casting. So something about that is cool to me. Plus you're keeping them out of the garbage as well, so I love that kind. But anyway, so then I'm talking to the guy, and he says I'm gonna throw in some extra O-rings, because as you know, the little rubber O-rings, that's how you reattach the arms and legs. I learned how to do that about 6 months ago. I fixed my Bo Duke, if you guys remember. Somebody gave me a Bo Duke that had the arms and legs off, and I fixed them up perfect. But he said I'm going to include O-rings, and then we're chatting more, and he says, you know what, dude? I'm going to throw in this extra Bo Duke. So for $25, he's giving me a really clean Bo and Luke Duke, extra O-rings, and he's giving me a third figure that's in pieces that I just need to O-ring and put together, and I have an O-ring kit as well. So that Bo Duke is going to go to Dave. So now Glenn and Dave only need each a Luke Duke, and they'll have cool figures to go with their General Lee. But I was telling Glenn earlier, Luke must be the more harder to get one because, well, first I needed Luke, and now these two need Luke. You gotta watch it too with the Migos, guys, because they also made Coy and Vance. I don't like them, and you know why I don't like Coy and Vance, and you guys shouldn't like Coy and Vance either. They were the imposter Dukes. Ugh. That idiot in the blue car up there tying up the hammer lane, and then you got the white Mercedes there, was right on his fucking tail. Like, see me, we got somebody on our tail, we're getting out of the way, because we don't plug up the hammer lane. And ooh, we were cruising. I didn't realize how quick we were going there, guys. Beg my pardon. But yeah, that white Mercedes driving like an idiot, and this guy in front of us, the blue car, is sitting in the left lane, and there he goes again. You know what I mean? But sitting over there, he had 6 cars behind him trying to get by. The right lane's plugged. Like me, as soon as one car comes behind me that's quicker, I'm right over to the right side. You know? But wow, some people. And we're about to use the left lane ourselves, and buddy in the blue car is gonna have to move. So, and we're down. Hey guys, we're about to get off on the Wayne Gretzky Parkway, going to grab that car. So, Gretzky's hometown. Oh guys, the box is better than I thought. Look at this. So you know I'm not lying to you. Factory sealed. Wow. Wow. We got it. And it's nicer than I thought it was, the box and everything. But you know we're in a strange city. We're not going to go here, all the way here, and not do a toy hunt. Let's go check out Toys R Us. Toys R Us in Brantford. They usually have a pretty good selection of die casts. So we'll see what they got here. Wish they made real model cars in this. They're like these fantasy ones, quick and sick. If they made an actual casting, I would grab one, like a real car.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty run-of-the-mill stuff though. Wonder Woman. That's funny, they came out with the older cases this year, or they're redoing them again. Oh, pretty run-of-the-mill. Oh, these look like they might be restocked. These are something that doesn't stick around long in Hamilton because of the scalpers. Nice Ferrari, Porsche. That's funny, that's pretty realistic, eh? Glenn pointed this out. Mustang with a blower towing its own trailer. That's hilarious. It's even got the hitch on it. A collector left his calling card. These have been gone through. Oh, white Porsche. They might still have a couple goodies in here. Oh, DeLorean. Yeah, these are older ones though. Looking for a chase, but then I thought if I find one, I'll feel bad. It's my buddy Al Reddick's turf. Canada's biggest mark. He's a huge wrestling collector. Wrestling fan. Ooh, Taz. That's cool. Oh, no way. I gotta see if Justin wants that. That is awesome. I love you. Head looks like a tomato. Yeah, they seem to have pretty good selection. These are cool, but they seem to make so many of them and they're not cheap, but they did a good job on them. Tell you that much. The likeness and everything. But they got a good selection of Joes and everything here. Even some Motus that I've never seen before. I love you. That's so awesome. Wow. They made his head look like a tomato. Look at the size of his microphone. Looks just like him. That is amazing. Found him buried underneath a bunch of AEW figures. Undertaker too in this line, but I would take this one. Let's see if maybe Justin would like him. Have you seen this boy? No sense going through that if you're looking for a super. See that? It's already been hit. So one thing I wanted to start collecting was the Garbage Pail Kids cards, but I wanted the originals from the 80s, the stickers that I collected. Love them though. These are kind of cool. Lesnar and Taker. Leslie. You little Leslie. I wouldn't say that to his face, though. Well, leaving empty-handed today, but no big deal. Every time you're in a different city, always check Toys R Us if you can, because they stock at any time. If you're a toy hunter, check Toys R Us because they could stock at any time. They don't seem to have set stock times, and this one here is loaded way better than my regular one. Now we're gonna go to check out Wally, see what they have, because you never know, right? I told Glenn I'm thinking about going to Princess Auto today to pick up the second set of cob lights for the second cabinet. Eventually, I might have 2 sets of those in each cabinet so that it's lit right up, but for now, 1 set for each cabinet's good, but it's not the lights, it's the batteries that are gonna cost me a few bucks. Each light takes 3 batteries, 3 AAAs. I'm not a moron, I'm not gonna keep buying AAAs, so I have the recharger already, so I buy the rechargeables at Dollarama. But for 2 rechargeable AAA Panasonics, I believe they are, it's $5 a pack. Worth it, but it's gonna cost me 30 bucks to light the other cabinet. So 30 bucks plus to light, and then eventually I want to have a second set of lights in each cabinet. So each cabinet's gonna be running 60 bucks worth of batteries in it. Gotta see what Dollarama has. Come on. No way. Right at the front. Of course, after I talk about them for 8 bucks, they're at Dollarama for 5, eh? But they don't have my 89. But now that I know that the 89 version exists, I'll be watching. But these work perfect for your 1 of 18 scale size-wise, the 3 3/4. So if you got a Batmobile, watch for the right one. Yeah, they really stepped their game up. They've even got these micro ones here, 4 bucks each. We were just looking at them next door for probably double that. Wow, we hit the jackpot on acrylic paint because I don't need shiny stuff for the Bueller. I need a little bit of black for the interior and maybe some brown to do the floor, darker brown than the tan. See if anything works, but I got black for us anyway. Oh, 4 bucks, guys, and I don't need huge bottles because I don't do a lot of painting. But look, they got 3 different browns. One of those will work for the floor, probably the light brown. They got the white I need for Bullitt shift knob, the black I need for the Ferris Bueller shift knob, and you mix, if you don't got the right color, you mix them together in the center. This is perfect for 4 bucks. Wow. And I don't need glossy for what I'm using it for, so perfect. We have decided to, instead of going to the Brantford Walmart, we're gonna roll the dice and go to Ancaster. Because you remember last time we went to Ancaster, we hit. So we're gonna roll the dice, we're gonna bypass Brantford Walmart, we're gonna go straight to Ancaster. Detour, guys, we seen a Value Village. You know we can't drive by one of those without checking. So, quick look. Those are too much. Those are too much. These are reasonable though, but there's the racing cars. I don't like racing cars. Whole set of them anyway. Pretty cool. Got a Tonka truck in there. Star Wars something. Whole wall of bags. Lots of Hot Wheels in these bags. A lot of them. They got a lot of cool, just random toys at this one. Every time I come, guys, one of the things I check is the glasses. And you're looking for vintage, like WWF. Anything that says WWF now is valuable. But you're looking for anything vintage, Ghostbusters. You remember all those tumblers, right? Anything like that. Stuff like this we're looking for, but cooler stuff. Like cooler movies, you know? I also check the pictures, guys, because you never know, you might see an autographed one, whatever, and I have seen them in here, valuable ones. Vista 350, those were revolutionary when they came out. The future. Okay, guys, our last stop is going to be the Ancaster Walmart. Well, unless we see a Value Village or something crazy along the way, but the last stop is going to be that Walmart. Because then I want to get the hell home and unbox the original car. So I cannot wait to look into that, and I want to Glenn's got the green light made with the auto roll casting, stuff like that, with the nice hood hinges and stuff. I want to compare the two of them. I think they're going to be very similar, but we'll see. That's funny, a guy in the left lane was just doing as quick as I was. I had to slow down, let him go. The left lane should be behind me. Eh? Hurry up, bud. Also, I'll show you guys an update on the Ferris car. I would say it's about 80% done. A lot of the painting is small detail. I'm using a very fine brush, so I'm going at it very slow. Like, I'm not coming home after work and rushing through it. I'm doing just a little bit at a time. The end result, I want it to look like the Hot Wheels one, which is a little bit more accurate than the KK scale one. KK scale models. The KK scale models one is very well done and nice. I believe it is resin though, so you can't open anything. I am going to be going with the 1 of 18 KK scale models Miami Vice though. In fact, I'm going to be ordering one this week. Good deal, $130 shipped. And you can even get the little Crockett and Tubbs resin figures that are also made by KK scale. So I'm going to see, at minimum I'm going to be ordering the car. I might get a Crockett with it, because I would hate to get the car and then Crockett sells out and then, yeah. But if one of those interests you guys, inbox me and I'll give you the info. I just don't want the wrong people getting the info and then next thing you know they're all sold out and you got to pay $250 for one. I want us all to get one and admire them for 130 shipped instead of 250. Sound good? Horrible packaging, guys. I cannot get over that. They're back to the older wheels, but there's grown men that are stealing this stuff. What's going to be happening here? Cannot believe they went with that. Less plastic they're probably going for, but bad idea. Not much here. We'll go check the bin. Always way more action figures than we have in Hamilton, but looks pretty barren today. Oh, I'll check for my 89 Batman. No, I can tell you they don't have it. Nope. There's one on a red card that I'm looking for that a guy had, and they have two of them at the Hamilton store, but they're not Batman. Need the 89 that size. Well, keeping the toys on the top shelf, you notice every Hot Wheels box almost is cracked, but you'll get goofs like that Green Hill Grimace. He'll be friggin' lathering up his body trying to climb up there to get the cases of Hot Wheels down. Crazy, I can't believe they're doing that. That's too funny. As we're leaving the store, I'm talking to Glenn about the boxes being up on the top shelf, and then we notice a guy looking through the dump bin. I'm like, oh cool, another collector, right? So we kind of look over our shoulder because we wanted to see if we know him, because I know a lot of people around here. And I didn't know him, but then he walks over to that aisle, which is like where the kids like Crayola paint is and stuff. Walks down the entire aisle looking at all the Hot Wheels boxes up top. So if he's seen a box of Boulevards that was sealed, he would have just left it there, right? Just to be clear, guys, nothing wrong with opening boxes, but just make sure you ask before you do it. Don't rifle the place, don't make it a huge mess, because then they don't just hate you as a person, they hate the whole lot of us as collectors. So just don't do it. Like, it's okay if you ask and they let you do it and stuff, but don't be sneaky about it. And basically, if you're sneaking around hiding from security, well, you're doing something wrong, right? Okay guys, we're on the good old stink. The Lincoln Alexander Parkway, better known as the Link. So we're gonna put the hammer down, no more stops. We gotta get home and look at this thing. Right away. Right now. of here because he's not going too fast. I'm not going to be stuck behind him for another 15 kilometers. Gotta get home and crack it! Here's another guy who likes tying up the left-hand lane. Nobody behind me trying to get by me. If there was, I would signal over. Wow. Well, you wouldn't believe it unless I got it on film. The guy with the Tesla, that's a tow Tesla for repos. It's a stinger on the back of that. He pulls in behind you, puts that down, your car's gone. I'm wrong, guys. It's a bike rack. Just a quick update on the Bullitt car, guys. I've got some touching up to do. I've still got another coat to put, like you see here. This strip is going to be the same color as this. I just left it to show the difference between the original color. I did notice the Hot Wheels version, the floor is a little bit darker color tan than the seats. It's not black like the car here, so I'm going to be doing that floor a darker color. This door panel haven't touched yet. That's the original cream. The other one has the first coat, but she's going to look nice when she's all done. I got the lights off the front of it too, those hideous lights. Make it look a little bit more like the Ferris car. So we managed to make a little score along the way like usual, right guys? We always stop and hunt if we're in a different place. This is the big score right here. Now we're going to be comparing this to Glenn's good one by green light with the Auto World casting, whatever. Don't hang on every word I say about that. This is 752 made. I've heard it's one of the best. Even the glove box opens. So we're going to be cracking it because you know me, guys. I'll be honest. I told Glenn, if not for this YouTube channel, I think this one might be staying sealed and the whole thing would be going into a 1 of 12 scale protector from Hobby Lobby. But we don't keep them sealed here. We crack them! Well, guys, I've been waiting for this. Got the fresh brewed open. So, like I said, I've been hearing for a while. Now, we knew, I explained on the video with the green light with 1 of 18 Bullitt, the beautiful one Glenn has with the Auto World touch. I'm getting gloves for this frigger. The one with the Auto World touch, with the hood hinges, stuff like that. I explained that that was one of the best. Now I heard that this, now even though it doesn't say Bullitt anywhere on the box, there's a story behind it. You're gonna see that the license plate on this says Catch Me. Now, there's a story behind it. I don't want to get into that story in case I misquote it, misword it, something like that, and then somebody ends up in a straitjacket over it. So I'm not going to talk about it. I'll just say if you Google it, you can hear the story, but clearly when I show you this car beside the other Bullitt Charger, it's pretty obvious what it is. And the fact that they chose this car to only make 752 of. But yeah, they got this. I'm going to show you the box. I'm sorry guys, this one's getting gloves. I told Glenn on the way back, if I start opening that without gloves on, slug me for sure. Okay, so show you with the ring light. Now it doesn't say the story of Bullitt on the back, but it just shows the Authentics line. Now I opened up a 2x2 Ertl Authentics Mustang, or 2+2 Mustang. I'm not a Mustang guy, so I don't know if it's 2+2 or whatever, but this was released. Now it's got this is what catches my eye. It's got that fancy box, like what Auto World does. Look at the price tag, I love it. Just to show you guys what these costed originally at retail, okay? And that wouldn't have been cheap, $89.99. And this actually, I'm learning something new every day. This has the tiny little thing. This has, I didn't know that because I don't know much about this casting, but that explains that. Auto World, either casting, like I said, I'm not going to speak a lot on that because of, I just don't want to say the wrong thing, but it says Auto World on it. And this one, like I said, I've heard from multiple people, including the seller. Beautiful. It's a 68 with the round tail lights. Yeah, so let's get at this. There's nothing about Bullitt on the back of this. It's just pictures of kind of their lineup. So we're just going to open this up, get at it. You see the limited 752. Now this is a box, like I said, I had not planned on opening it, or I'm opening it for you guys, but if it was mine, I wouldn't be cracking the seal. So this is definitely a box that all the inserts get kept, everything gets kept. Okay, I'm always forgetting. So I go down. Did I get it? Not completely. Holy. Oh, I gotta friggin' watch what I'm doing too. You know what, guys? I gotta turn on an overhead light. I turned them off to keep the ring light on me. Oh, thank you, Glenn. I turn on the ring light, dim the other lights, but I notice I can't see nearly as well when I do that. So
is that bright enough?
Yes, thank you, Glenn. I just have to be able to see this because I do not want to damage the box. Trying to get it open. Aha, there we go. There we go. Yeah, because the boxes, even though you display loose, I can't preach it enough. Keep all your boxes, plastic inserts, and keep them in good shape. Keep them in totes, whatever. Keep them clean, dust free. Because one day, God forbid, the day might come that you might have to sell this stuff, either out of necessity because you need money, you need space. Look what happened to me. I thought I was going to be in that place forever because with my toy room that I had, because I set up an entire room as my toy room, you know what I mean? I didn't think I was leaving there. And things happen. So you got to make sure that you keep all this stuff. So if God forbid it's got to go, you can at least get your money back. Okay, I'm trying. This one's a challenge, guys, because usually I pull it out from the other, or push it from the other side, but the other side's still sealed. And this has paperwork as well. I can feel, I believe. No paperwork. It is numbered on the bottom though. That's interesting. Be interesting to see the number out of 752. It's got a big number on it. Now, green lights and stuff, I normally say the number on green light, I don't know if they mean a lot because they seem to make a lot of green lights. This number will mean a lot because it's such a low number to begin with. That pesky piece of tape. I'm trying not to even cut the original tape holding it. Even the plastic on top of the car, I keep that. Right there, everything. We take the, oh, they got the paint good. They got the paint good, guys. That's, I always say, like a lot of the higher end stuff, like I hate to shit on anybody, but GMP, a lot of the expensive ones have paint rash. Earl does not seem to have the problem. Oh, that just weighs a ton. It weighs a ton, guys. And if you notice, they got these right. Because in the movie, they weren't actually rally rims. They were hubcaps. Because if you remember, They lost up to five, or they lost 5 hubcaps during filming. Imagine being on the street catching one of those hubcaps. But they caught 5 during filming. They were coming off during the chase scenes and stuff. They were hubcaps. Rims don't come off. There's that chase me plate that I'm not going to get into in case I say the wrong thing. Unlike most Ertls, the trunk opens. So first thing we're going to check though, guys, is that number. Okay, it's got an antenna here. Like Glenn mentioned to me earlier, antenna Glenn does come up and down.
I thought it did.
Yeah, it does. So this is number, not too low a number, but I'm okay with it. Number 650 out of 752 made. See if you could see that number. It's right beside the Ertl Authentics logo. You get a charger with that Ertl Authentics logo, it's usually the best. They did do a General Lee before the silver screen though. You want the later release silver screen, the one without the headrests. That's the one that you want to get. So again, I'm going to be lining this up with Glenn's. That's a straight green light with the Auto World touches. But this one, Ertl to me is like the OG, right? So I'm very happy to have this. And again, we're just having a look at the ring light now, but we're going to have a look on the look-see set. The new improved look-see set at the Cowie Diecast Museum. Look at the friggin' details. Don't worry, Glenn, you're going to see all this. With that glove box here, that's... Apparently it's got that opening glove box. Look at the freaking carpet. Guys, oh man. Yeah, if you want a charger, even if you're not in the Bullitt, forget Bullitt for a black charger, man. And the glove box, I'm opening it. I just opened the glove box. Holy shit. Look at that, guys. Wow. Oh shit. Nothing too major. Just popped the window out of it. The little triangle window, nothing broken, thank God. Thank goodness. First one I've ever broken. It's one of my more expensive ones. Well, it's not broke, thank God. Nothing broke off. It'll pop back in. But I was trying to show you guys, and it's harder to do on camera, the glove box. See, it's opened, closed. There you go, now you can see it. That's the detail of this sucker. We're gonna see if Glenn's does that as well, because his is very high end. This is, before we go up to the look-see set. It's newer than I thought, actually, because it got that Auto World logo. This is 2010. 2010. So, let's go look at the look-see set, do some comparing. Okay, so for comparison purposes, we'll start from the bottom. Well, not the bottom, because this thing's beautiful. And I just owned it, and I was willing to keep this. The only reason I'm upgrading is because I found one affordable. But see, those are the Raleigh rims, whatever. These are the correct hubcaps that were in the movie. Also, most original Ertl castings, you don't get the opening trunk, which I'm okay with because not much to see in the trunk, right? It is cool though. You see the little tunnel from the fuel cap, spare tire, warning about the jack, whatever. But look at the difference in the tail light bezels, even like the lenses and stuff. The tail pipes themselves. There's that Chase Me license plate, but it's just showing the detail. That's the correct license plate though, right there. I don't know, guys. You know me. I might be tempted to get a license plate and cover that Chase Me up. But then again, I almost want to keep the Chase Me there because it shows that it's the good version of the car. The interiors are quite a bit different. You see in today's, the one we picked up compared to the old school. Seats are correct though. Okay, so here's where things get a little bit higher end. Not taken away from these old school hood hinges. My Auto Art Bullitt has them. Nice click, like they're beautiful working hinges. But these are just a little bit more realistic to what's in a real charger. Loves the sound they make too. My General E makes that sound. But just a little bit more details. Like this one's detailed okay, but over here you got the battery cables. Like that's the difference between the basic OG Ertl and the Ertl Authentics casting and stuff. Right there, the detail differences. And then there's these grills. These turn up. I haven't done it yet. We're gonna do that, but we're gonna wait a few minutes. Now showing under the hood, here's the one I got today. Here's the green light. I will say, guys, the one I got today weighs considerably more than the green light. Green light has the battery cables and stuff like that. It's got nice details, but it's just not quite as done as that. These grills, quite a bit different, but they both look great in my opinion. And we're gonna put these lights up in a minute. Another difference I just noticed, the green light has, the white wall is a little bit wider than the one over on mine. Showing you guys the interior of this here, of mine. We'll look at Glenn's in a second. They should be pretty similar, the interiors, but we'll see. I know there must be some differences because they sure, there sure is a weight difference with them. They look pretty similar. Glenn's has the seat belt, stuff like that. Have another look. Yeah, pretty similar interiors. Similar butts, but the tail light lenses look a little bit different. But very similar though, a lot more similar over the basic Ertl casting. Here's one difference. I'm holding up the trunk on Glenn's, and his doesn't have a spare and this one does. That's not a big deal though. The jack instructions are on the trunk of mine, so it just has a little bit extra detail on this one. So I just did the glove box on Glenn's. Sorry it's so dark in there, but it doesn't open. I was hoping the light would come on to show you guys. Just trying to get the lighting in there, but there you see my glove box. Boop, closed. Boop, beautiful. Bottoms on them are pretty identical except for the number on mine, and different color main pipe, like the big Y pipe, whatever, is little bit silverish on mine, like a gunmetal color, and on Glenn's it's silver. So not much difference in the bottoms of them. Both have the little bit of suspension as well, which is cool. Now for the real glamour shots. People said that's the best. I'm gonna go get what people say is the best Bullitt Mustang, and we're gonna see how they look together. Correction, guys. I'm gonna say this before anybody has a stroke. Glenn's Bullitt charger, the glove box does open. Glenn's got smaller fingers. He's not handling the camera while he's doing it. He got the glove box open. So that car does also have the opening glove box. Here's the real glamour shots, guys. Now, normally I would have my favorite Bullitt Mustang up here, which is my Ertl. But mine was a model kit, and the door handle fell off of it. Just needs the door handle put on. Plus, I didn't use glue on a lot of the parts because I try to avoid that. So, but I got to glue parts onto it because they keep falling off. But this is the auto art. People say it's the best of the best. I love the quality of it. I love the way the doors all open. I love the way the body panels line up. And that's probably one of the most detailed Bullitt engines. The only thing is they got the color. I don't like the color of it. Wish that they did the color proper. I seen a guy online, if you Google it, he got this, which was the Auto Art Bullitt. And he basically sent it away to a body shop, had it stripped and had it repainted the proper color, had the Mustang on the back taken off, like just had it done proper, painted the shift knob inside white. And so he's basically, he took the best, like Auto Art's the best except, okay, like, and that's the color and all that. He took the Auto Art, shipped it away, got rid of all of the excepts, basically. And one thing that this one has that the Ertl doesn't have, well, the Ertl doesn't have seat belts and the fancy wood grain and stuff, but the classic Ertls don't have the opening trunk. This does. Ertl authentic stuff, opening trunks. The OG Ertls, no opening trunks. But, oh, that weighs a ton, that charger. But these are gonna look great displayed together. Actually, that's more like it. Now, you guys know I have a McQueen figure coming. I didn't order it yet, but I'm gonna order it. I think I'm gonna go with the one that sits in the car, because there's guys casting that off the Greenlight one. I'm just hoping I can get him to sit in the Auto Art Mustang. I got him to sit in the Ertl Mustang, and that's because there's some play in the seats. So I got him to fit. The seats move forward and backwards, so I'm sure that the sitting McQueen will be fine. I just don't want to get it and he doesn't sit, but I think the ultimate figure is not him standing beside it, it's the one where he's sitting. Yeah, I have to say, I think I agree that this is the best one right here for the Bullitt charger. Just rolling down the one light to show you guys. And I'm not using the knife to like mark it up or anything. I'm just gentle just to show you guys. Now my General Lee, I've never rolled them up or down just because it's older. Like I don't know when the guy bought it. Beautiful shape, but I just don't want to screw with it. But because this is brand new, I told Glenn, I'll take a gamble. Boom. But in the movie, they were up, so we're gonna put them up. So I put the lights back down because they weren't like that. This weighs a ton, so much more than that Greenlight one. We already know it's gonna fit. Well, people say that's the best Bullitt. They say that's the best charger. I agree with that one. Gonna get some lights for this guy over here this weekend too, so they're both lit up with the Ferris car. They're gonna be full. The Ferris car is out of this now because it's getting painted, but hey, see how she looks all lit up. Yeah, definitely this weekend. I've got time. I'm getting those other cop lights. Because that cabinet has to be lit up like this one. Here's my collection, guys, the way I wanted it. Now I'm just buying extras that I see like this one that are a good deal. Actually, that's the only one that's not a movie car is the Black Ghost. So I think I might have to put that in its own case and put another movie car in here that doesn't have a spot. Like the poor man's Magnum PI. As soon as I get a figure, that'll go in there instead. There you go, guys. Our journey to get a Grail. And I wasn't lying. That was a Grail, wasn't it? Yeah, that's people say that's the best, even though it doesn't say Bullitt. As far as I'm concerned, that's clearly Bullitt. I mean, come on. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a blast today. We went on a road trip, found a couple little things on the way back. Always be hunting, guys. Always be hunting. And you see with the stuff I find on Marketplace, this is no longer luck or a fluke. The stuff is there. I'm showing it time and time again. The reason I post this stuff is so you guys know I'm not bullshitting and that it's possible. The stuff's there. You gotta sift through a bunch of bullshit to find it, right? It's like sifting for gold. You gotta go through all the bullshit ads, look through the pictures. You could have an ad that looks like it's got 8 bullshit older cars, and then the 9th picture will be a grail, right? Anyway, I'm gonna go grab everything out of my car and then have a cheech. So thanks for watching, guys. Please smash the like button. You guys are doing great for that, and it motivates me to keep doing this. Maybe give the bell notification a little rap. Please subscribe and share, and as always, happy hunting.
I broke my back. My back is broken. Spinal.